Today on our program, we're pleased to welcome a special guest, Matt Marsh, the Managing Director of Sebastian Property Services. Matt, welcome.
Thanks, Jeff. Appreciate it.
Now, from your accent, I think you're from Australia.
Yes, mate.
I know some watching this will be from the States, from Canada, from Australia. So those in Australia, they might even know you, but I've never been to Australia. Does that make me a loser?
Pretty much, yes. Yes.
Love it.
Need
I
to get
love it.
your act together.
Well, Matt,
And it's not a long flight.
it,
Don't believe that.
that's probably what has kept me away is that long flight that I've heard of. But I'm going to come see you, Matt, one day.
Yeah, that'll be
Okay.
great.
But we're here today to talk to Matt Marsh with Sebastian Property Services about CIMS certification and what his company has done. And it's a nice story. So, Matt, if you're ready, what we'd like you to do is just tell us a little bit about yourself, your company, and what you do down there in Australia.
Yeah, sure, Jeff. So Sebastian Property Services has been in existence for just over 40 years. I've been with the company just 35 years. Started as a part-time cleaner at a school when I was at university. So basically, we operate predominantly in Victoria, Australia. We operate in pretty much all sectors, I guess is the way you put it. So education, office, industrial, government, and we even look after a national park.
So, what a busy company you are. Let's talk about your CIM certification. There was a time when you decided to get certified in the CIMS program provided by ISSA. What does that mean to your company? And can you provide a little history of what that looked like?
Yeah, I guess over time I've been proactive visiting things like the ISSA trade shows. I think my first one was overseas, was Chicago in 2012. We had brought back some software from that. We had basically improved some of our cleaning actual systems. But what we, I guess, did, like a lot of companies through the noughties and the tens, made some software mistakes. What we found was we introduced some really good systems into the company, but at the same time, we actually unwrote a lot of systems. So I guess there was just a build up of some frustrations around that, where we created some gaps for ourselves. So we saw CIMS as a way of, well, here's a template, slightly turnkey if you like, but we got to build it how it suited us. Basically to put the whole business back in a complete business system together again. So it helped us identify some of the gaps that we hadn't identified as gaps. And basically what we're doing now with that system is uh, we started off fairly paper-based with it in conjunction with the software we were using. And now we've actually sort of bringing it together and putting it onto digitalizing it, I guess is the way, which is making it much easier for our team to maintain and use. Yeah.
Now, let's talk business, Matt, because I know those contractors out there using CIMS find it works for them to get
Yeah.
clients and more jobs. Talk about that. What has CIMS done for your company in that regard?
Yeah, okay. So in Australia, it's fairly new to the market as far as clients are concerned. But so it is creating it is creating a point of difference for us, perhaps to what's happening out there. Um, it's, I guess, another level of them having confidence in what we're offering to clients and what we're doing. It's also improved the way in which we communicate with our clients, which has been significant. So we're getting good feedback on that level. Um, it's there's just a thing yet where we're actually having to teach the market what it is at this stage. Will be the main thing. Yeah.
So as you have those conversations about Sims with the market, what's the reception like? Are people getting it? Your potential clients or your clients that you have
They,
now?
yeah, thanks, Jeff. They actually are, because typically, I guess, we've got the ISO systems down here,
Hmm.
is the predominant thing. ISO isn't specific to the industry and operating a business in the industry. So, the fact that we're running a system which, actually, in conjunction, we still use ISO, in conjunction with ISO as well, um, is basically being received quite favourably by clients. And I think in a couple of instances, just like it actually shows that we're not saying, oh, look at us, we've got this. We're actually thinking about what their needs are, but also we're proactively innovating in the industry, and they're seeing that as well.
Yeah, I have to think with what you're doing, it being somewhat new to the Australian market there, as you indicated, that you're going to be ahead of the game.
I would hope so. That would be the plan. Um, yeah, I think we are. I think we are. It's certainly been a really positive input into the business at this
Okay.
point. Yeah.
So speak to other companies out there. Would you recommend Sims to them? Not maybe not your competition next door, but
Yeah, yeah,
you want to see it grow in Australia for a good reason.
that's right. I think it's a real opportunity for the industry to have a standard which is specifically for the industry, as opposed to, I guess, just relying on an ISO type system separately. It's so would I recommend it? Absolutely, yes, because I can see what it's done for us.
Very good. So, Matt, let's wrap it up with this thought. What does the future look like for your company using Sims? As you look at the future years down the road, what do you see?
Uh, I see what it's actually going to do is we've taken Sims and we're really actively using it as a tool, um, in how all our services and how we operate is integrated. I think there's a saying out there, might have been from a Jim Collins saying, you often become a bigger company, but not a better company. So I think it's really important that we're a better company or a really good company right now. So as we grow, we've got that foundation, to grow upon, basically. Um, so yeah, it's if you do see instances, and I guess we've done it at stages ourselves where we haven't got something quite right in our foundations and we've grown and then we've had problems and we've had to really micromanage the whole situation to get ourselves together. I see Sims as being able to basically, okay, we've got the foundation now, we're sure that that stays in place, and um, it's it's something we can just basically grow the business out of for operationally.